These are 3 hard-earned jewels that'll save you blood, sweat, and tears. We have to learn them the long way. You don't have to.
1, 2.
It's 3 the hard way.
I think when you're trying to critique work of, and doesn't just have to go for somebody that's more senior to you, but maybe it's somebody that you're just not familiar with or a project that you don't have all the details for, I would say ask more questions. So find out why they made the decisions they made, how long did they have, what is the environment that they're working in like. All of those little details matter. And then just kind of tread softly and try not to rip the Band-Aid off so quickly. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Just keep in mind that usually creatives aren't in total control of what they're putting out. So they have to figure out ways to put out the strongest creative. Sometimes it could be financially limiting, and then other times it could be time that's against the creative. So trying to find out what the details are before trying to give any feedback or criticism, I think is key, especially when trying to give your perspective to somebody that's more senior to you. Stop procrastinating. No, I don't know if it's something you should be ashamed of. I think it's just something you should work on. I think a lot of times procrastination comes from a lack of understanding how important something might be. So you kind of take it for granted and it's like, oh, I'll get to that when I get to it. As opposed to when you know like somebody's depending on you, or if there's a deadline, or it can negatively affect the situation drastically. People will usually take it a little more seriously. So I think sometimes there's a need to kind of put the pressure on themselves, and you can trick your mind different ways to figure out like how to put that pressure on and get past that procrastination. To deal with procrastination, probably write things down. I leverage my calendar a lot. Put blocks of time to get things done on your calendar, and when those blocks come up, take them seriously to work on them. I think it's a lot easier when you say I'm gonna work on something for an hour than I'm going to work on it for 12 hours. And an hour will go by like nothing. But when you bucket in 12 days of an hour each day, you've got 12 hours worth of work, you know? And the interesting thing about it is your brain will keep working on whatever it is that you're trying to solve or figure out, even while you're not working on it. The more that you kind of block it off and let it go, the faster you'll be able to get stuff done. And it seems a lot lighter than if you were to try to take it on in the 9th inning. Fake it till you make it is, in some instances it works, and in other instances like you'll bump your head and then you'll learn from it as well. I think it's an approach. To me, fake it till you make it is like somebody says, do you know how to scout athletes? You know, like, do you know how to scout professional basketball players? And you go, yeah, I can do that, right? And you know, it's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna hire you to scout professional basketball players. And now it's like, what do you do? Never did that before. That's different than somebody coming out and going, hey, I need somebody to help set up this DJ equipment. I can help you with that. You might not have ever done that before, but that's not faking it till you make it. You're just saying, I'll help you with that. The first time that I had to color grade, I'd never done it before. There was a need for somebody to color, and I was like, I'll do it. And I figured it out, and everybody was satisfied with it. Till today, I don't think anybody ever knew like that was the first time I was color grading. But when you come across problems that you're not ready for, and that other person that hired you is like, hey, like I thought you said you did this before. I think that could be very, very demoralizing, especially if they're depending on you, and then they talk down to you, or they make it a very unbearable situation. I think that can be almost traumatic, you know? So I think you gotta do it with a grain of salt. A lot of times people talk about the fake it till you make it, but they only talk about the make it part. Later on, you know, like they'll come back and talk to other people, or it'll affect your reputation, or, you know, so I think the fake it till you make it, like I said, it's an approach, but it comes with a lot both ways. You know, it's a big gamble. You can win big and lose big.